Hey, it's Erin, and I wanted to talk to my at-home business reps in spite of, or because of something that happened today with an at-home business company. So the people I want to talk to right now are those who work from home, maybe getting some extra income from selling a product that's not necessarily something they created, but maybe a larger corporation has, and you're maybe a representative or a consultant or a coach, something like that. So I need to talk to you because I want to give you a couple of reminders about some things. Today, I don't know if you know, but one of the jewelry companies, a beautiful, reputable jewelry company, announced that they're going out of business. And I learned this through one of the business groups that I'm in. Some of you know that I have a few businesses and they're successful now, but they weren't always successful. You have to kind of fail before you learn how to do things the right way. And one of my failures was an at-home business. I was a consultant for a skincare and makeup line, and I didn't know what I was doing, to be honest. Okay. I don't know if I'm still there. Okay. We disconnected for a second, but anyway, so I was a skincare and makeup representative for a company, very reputable, still going today, but I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know how to market. I didn't know how to grow my email list. I didn't know anything. So what I try to do now is when I learn something, I try to share what I learn with those who I think may be able to use what I've learned and put it to good use. So you don't have to make the same mistakes that I did. Many mistakes. So anyway, I was in a business group today, and we also talk about marketing, things like that. And this was the topic because this one girl is just absolutely devastated that her company's going out of business. Now, she makes a good living, from what I understand. I don't know the details, but a nice chunk of change from this company that's going out of business. And she doesn't know what to do now. So she's pretty new to the group. So we kind of tried to help her with ways to figure this out. But basically, the biggest mistake that I made when I was a network marketer was just promoting the product, which is fine. It was a great product, but what happens when you do that and you only promote product? Look at this product. Isn't it great? This is what it can do. You know, this is the price. This is the sale. And it's just product, is that you're not really setting yourself apart from the other people that sell that product. So for instance, if Johnny Joe down the road sells skincare, hopefully maybe it could be Johnny Joe, I don't know, sells skincare and makeup, how are you going to separate yourselves from them when it comes to finding a client? Why are they going to choose you instead of choosing Johnny Joe down the road? So that was one of the biggest mistakes I've made. So if you're an at-home business representative, whatever you want to call it, you need to figure out what separates you from your competitors. Now, I understand you're all a team, but let me give you a for instance. So as far as like the makeup business that I was in, we were taught a certain way to do the parties. We were taught a certain way to apply, do the skincare routine, and it was all great. And that's what used to work. It really did. And people were buying and things like that, but I had poor customer follow-up, yada, yada, yada. But what I wasn't doing was giving them something extra. Why was I the one that they should be buying this product from? I had no reason. I was just doing what I was supposed to be doing, and I didn't add anything to it, and I was failing. And I didn't know why back then, but now I know. So the one thing I want to remind you of is to find something that sets you apart from everybody else. So take the skincare makeup line that I was involved with. I could have been doing videos about how to apply a certain look or how to match makeup and, to what you're wearing. What kind of skin tone would work best with this, eyeshadow, lipstick, whatever. I could have been doing like tutorials, things like that would set me apart from everybody else, but I wasn't. I was just doing what everybody else did. And so this jewelry company, she was trying to figure out, what can I do now? And the hard part is she didn't set herself apart from the crowd. So the only thing that people know her for is that she sells XYZ jewelry. So it's devastating to her. So what we talked about was, okay, so people know you for jewelry. What can you do with that to maybe just keep your business going in a different way? So what she's gonna do now is maybe teach people on video how to shop for accessories. Has nothing really to do with her company, but she can kind of transition into that. So it may not be, here's this necklace and matching earring set that you could buy from me. But now it's when you go to the store and you are buying, this beautiful dress for a wedding and it has this kind of neckline, choose this type of necklace. See where it's showing knowledge instead of just product. And with the knowledge will come people that want to follow you, if that makes sense. So yes, they know you for a certain XYZ product, but you set yourself apart to have a different kind of knowledge that builds a customer, not just for that product, but for anything else that you do. So another, for instance, is I had a couponing blog. I was on Extreme Couponing. Still didn't know what I was doing as far as an at-home business, okay? So I just had this blog, and I was making money from people printing my coupons, and I was doing a lot of couponing classes, which was fine. But when I decided not to do that anymore, what happened? I didn't have anything else to share, so I just kind of let all my customers slip away. And that was really hard because I could have used a lot of them right now. But people eventually did find me again, and now they only found me because they were interested in me. They weren't just following the couponing. We formed a relationship. Excuse me. So that's what you need to do if you have an at-home business where you're selling a product. You have to form a relationship. It can't be, here's my product, here's the price, here's the sale, buy, because that's not what sells. So I see a lot of great things on my Facebook friends page where people do that. They're starting to figure this out, that videos and tutorials and sharing information is really the way to build a relationship with your clients. So when your company decides not to be around any longer, you have something that you're known for other than just the company's product. So I wanted to share that as point number one. And point number two, if you're in a network marketing group or you're a representative for a company, you really have to learn, I guess they're called the bylaws, of what you actually own in that company. So by that I mean you have a lot of these people buying products and they're giving you their email address, but I don't know if most of you know that you cannot use that email address once you are no longer associated with that company. The company actually owns that email address. Now it may be different in different companies, but as an overall rule, the emails that you collect by doing business with that company are not yours to keep. So it kind of stinks. So you really have to build your email list a different way and build relationships a different way. Incorporate your product into that relationship, but you just can't be promoting product all the time. So let me give you another example because I have a lot of people that do a lot of fitness, nutrition, coaching, things like that. And they're doing wonderfully now with this new idea and new way of selling. And to some of us, it's not new, but it's just kind of with this Facebook Live and YouTube Live, people are really getting the gist of it now. So let's say you're a coach for some product and you sell maybe nutrition supplements, different shakes or things like that. What you could do instead of just saying, before and after, which is fine, but we've all seen before and after, and honestly, we're kind of immune to that now. We know it can work, but not everybody has the same results, and I can testify to that. I don't have the same results for different medical reasons. So what they started doing was a recipe book, some people. So they'll make these cool cakes. Somebody made peanut butter cups, and one of the ingredients was a shake mix, I guess. And I thought, oh, how cool, because instead of saying, here, buy this product, you can say, here's this recipe, here's the picture or the video of how to make it, and isn't it beautiful? It tastes delicious, and here's how I made it. And, people, you can choose whether or not you want to add, if you want these ingredients and you'd like this shake mix that I made this recipe with, here's how you can get it. And that's the way a lot of people are getting business. They're also just creating ebooks for people that already own that product. So if people are already buying your shakes, you can make an ebook out of different recipes that you can make with that shake. And that's something different than just selling the product. So I really want you to think about that. If you are an at-home person, think about a way that you can improve your customers' relationship. Get them to know you instead of the product, and offer information. Anything new that you learn, put it out there. That's what I love to do. The only way I got to be successful was by somebody else sharing their information with me, because I don't know everything, and I never will. And I'm honestly not great at figuring a lot of things out. So when people teach me, I catch on quickly, but I need somebody to share their answers with me. And so that's what I'm going to try to do with everybody else. And I've been doing it behind the scenes, but now I am kind of, you've probably seen that I've combined my business pages together, most of them except our ice cream stand, and that way people know me. I don't want them to always know my business. Not that I don't want them to know that. I don't want that to be the focus, because I'm me and I do a lot of different things that I'm good at. So if people don't like me, then they don't do business with me, and that's okay. And I think that's something we have to remember too when we're doing network marketing. You hear a lot of no's, right? No, I don't want to try your product. No, it's not for me. I'm not interested. And that's okay, because you're never going to get the yeses if you don't have any no's. So keep that in the back of your mind too. So your homework, I'm not going to drag it out any longer, but is to know the bylaws of your network marketing group, your MLM, whatever it is. Know what you can and cannot do. Oh, the other thing I want to throw in with that is sometimes you can't have your own blog or your own website to promote different things regarding your product. So really find out the details. And then once you know your details, go ahead and figure out, okay, now I know I can do this, this, and this. How can I separate myself from the crowd by using those tools? So if it's a blog, post some recipes if you do the shake thing, or if you sell jewelry, do something local. Say, hey friends, and I have a girlfriend that does this already. She's doing a really good job with her local customers, saying, hey, if you're part of this sports team, here's a really cool bracelet that you can make for your sports team. And she shows a picture of it. So it's not like, here's the coolest jewelry in the world. We have 27,000 products. Look through my magazine and pick something out. It's not like that. It's more of a local, like, here, friends, I know you're interested in this, so wouldn't this be cool to go along with it? So I have a girlfriend that does a really good job with that. So kudos to her. But figure out what you're good at and figure out your knowledge that you have that other people may not share. Maybe they have the knowledge, but they're just not sharing. Go ahead and share something with your customers. Figure that out. Set yourself apart so that when something happens to your, if something should happen to your MLM or your product line, you'll be okay. And people will know you for something other than just the product. So that's all I have to say about that right now, because I made that mistake and I don't want you to make the same thing. But anyways, I will talk to you soon, and you have a great day. Let me know how you're doing, actually. If any of you that are watching now that I can see have an MLM or sell a certain product, comment below. I would love to know how you're doing, and if you're setting yourself apart already. That would be really cool to know where you are. So, all right, take care. Have a good night. God bless.